The Equipment Blast event will allow you to catch up on ore and equipment itself, so let's tell you everything you need to know. The event begins on January the 9th, and according to the season calendar, will last just under 2 weeks. Whilst normally events are for Town Hall 6 and above, whilst we don't have clarification for this one, presumably it is either Town Hall 7 or 8 where you can actually use the equipment. You will see the event building on your base, and this event acts very similar to regular medal events, just that it's a little bit different in how you gain the currency, but I'm going to explain all of that. Collect dynamites in battles by destroying town halls. These are given to the prospector, where you can earn within the track here relic medals, and even a free scenery. But then, just like regular medal events, you can trade the relic medals within the trader shop for equipment and ore. Whether it is a regular battle, a ranked battle, or a revenge attack, you will gain 20 of the dynamites by destroying the town hall. It's that straightforward. You don't have to 3-star, but it is specifically the town hall you need to take down, which does mean you might not be able to spam through the event as quick as some of the previous ones, where you've been able to just take out buildings on the perimeter. To get to the end of the track and unlock all of the rewards, you need 1,600 dynamites. That is 80 town halls that you need to destroy, and there is a bonus track as well. This, however, really is if you want to grind for those extra couple of medals, because you require 3,900 of the dynamites to get an extra 210 medals. This means, from a free-to-play perspective, you can get 3,610 of the relic medals, and do be sure to keep an eye on the Supercell store. They often add extra medals there. You may want to go to the Supercell store if you are buying the event pass anyway, because that will allow you to get way more rewards. If you purchase the pass, not only do you get extra starry and glowy ore, but you get 5,500 extra medals, which can purely be spent on equipment and ore within the trader shop during this event. If you are purchasing the pass, remember you can press the C and enter a creator's code beforehand to support our channels. You can do this on the Supercell store, where you get extra items with your purchases. We get a small kickback, and it helps me to make the best Clash of Clans videos possible, so thank you. By purchasing the event pass, you will have a total of 9,110 of the relic medals to spend on ore and equipment within the trader shop, but you'll notice here on the developer build, at the end of the track, it has 1 gold. That is just a placeholder for the free scenery. When you log in and this event is active, starting the 9th of January, that will be a scenery, and it is the meteor scenery that we had for the classic scenery during the build-up to Town Hall 18. As all of the outside of the scenery was getting smashed by the meteors, you can now claim that for free and use it on your base whenever you want. It is worth noting that alongside all of the ore you can get from the track to upgrade your equipment, and since you will likely be purchasing some from the trader shop, you may want to test out the equipment that you want to upgrade. That is where the mighty morsel magic snacks come in. There are 8 of them, and just so you know, when you activate one of those, you get 3 attacks boosted, all of the equipment to maxed level. They will go down with actual attacks, but if you do friendly challenge attacks, you can just go as much as you want in order to rotate the equipment and test out what it is that you want to use for your strategy. Now, I am working on an equipment ranking video that will release in the next week or 2, but with the upcoming balance changes to equipment, which I did talk about on my second channel, Judo Sloth 2, I'm obviously holding back until we can assess exactly what happens with some of the equipment that is being changed, so the video will be released shortly after that. But this event goes on until the 22nd, so don't feel like you have to rush to decide which equipment you want to upgrade. With that said though, let's head into the trader shop so that you can see exactly what is on offer. Now, there is a hero skin here, the Grand Sorcerer, which you can actually only get if you've purchased the event pass. However, this is really for players that have all of the equipment and have upgraded a lot of that equipment as well. That would be the case on my main account, since I gem all of the equipment to max level on the first day for videos. So I will get the hero skin, This will be available for purchase separately after the event as well, so don't feel you have to use your medals on there if you do want to buy a couple of other things. And likewise, there is actually a decoration, the wish lamp, which you can use if you have all of the equipment maxed, but I know that's in very rare instances. It's just so that if people buy the event pass and they do purchase other things, it's not like they have nothing to spend those medals on. For most players though, you will be able to get one of the equipment to catch up on as a free-to-play. I wish you could get more than one, to be honest with you, especially as returning players. I think that is an issue where people have to actually get the equipment first, and then upgrading it is a whole different story. But at least we can get one of them. If you're wondering which piece of equipment should you get out of all of these, should you not have any of them, I would go with the most versatile. The Electro Boots is a fantastic piece of equipment, as is the action figure and the magic mirror. If you do like those fireball style attacks, clearly that is something that you may want to go for. Equally, if you're a lower Town Hall player, the Giant Gauntlet is a really good option. Trying to go for that versatility is the best thing I could recommend if you do have a lot of different equipment that you need to acquire and then upgrade. And then likewise, there are a bunch of different offers. For Starry Ore, Glowy Ore, and Shiny Ore, you get different amounts depending on the amount of medals you put forward. So you can really calculate and purchase the different ones you require for the different upgrades that you want to do. To be honest, they're obviously very similar when you break them down, so it really comes down to what it is that you find is the bottleneck. For most players that are pretty active, that is probably going to be the Starry Ore, so I would upgrade those. Some lower Town Hall players, the Glowy Ore sometimes tends to be the bottleneck as well. So really just figure out what it is that you require for your upgrades, and that's the one that I would prioritize the most. I will say that it's good when we don't have a new piece of equipment that we can have one of these medal events to catch up on ore. We had these a little bit when equipment first came out, but then with the mini medal events, we haven't been able to get equipment from them. So whilst it would have been nice to maybe get 2 of these equipments as a free-to-play player, it is good that we can get one of the equipment or just ore, depending on what it is that you are going to require the most. So at least it does let us catch up a little bit, especially if you are participating in all of the different events, and clearly a free scenery is very welcomed as well. That is everything you need to know though. Be sure to subscribe in order to see the equipment ranking video once it is finalized and ready to be released. In the meantime, I will place a recommended video of mine on your screen. Enjoy the rest of your day.